Last week, I had the opportunity for Jill to share with me a moment that she was very frustrated about.
Yep.
The old Mark would have immediately hopped into I start giving ideas of how to fix it. And what I've learned
Hmm.
as the new Mark is that that was not fixing it at all. And what I've learned is that I can feel to fix,
Hmm.
that I can connect with Jill and feel to fix.
Oh, this is so hard. It was so hard for us to learn how to do,
Hmm.
but it's also hard for those that we teach. But it's an important principle and one that you need to understand today. So, what does that look like?
Right.
So, in a moment where your partner is expressing, maybe they've had a hard day at work, maybe they had a hard day with the kids, maybe they've had a rough situation and that they're enduring, or maybe they're even frustrated with you. It's
Hmm.
entirely possible. And so they're kind of sharing what it is that they're feeling. And in that moment, there are three steps that will
Hmm.
help you to feel with them, and it will actually help fix the problem. And the first one is what we call McDonald's drive-through listening, and that's reflective listening.
Right. You know, you go to McDonald's and you order a meal. What do? They repeat it back to you what it is that you just said, and then they ask, is that correct? And then you can either correct them or you can say, yes, that is correct. And then they'll say, is there anything else? And so that's really the pattern of communication when your partner is communicating to you, reflect back what they're saying because that, first of all, helps you know that you heard them correctly, and it helps them to know that you heard them correctly.
Hmm. And so you would just say, so what I hear you saying is, did I
Hmm.
get that right? Okay, tell me more.
Yep.
Like that, you're helping them by letting them verbalize, and you're letting them know that you have heard them. So that's what reflective listening is. And that's the first step that can always be helpful when you have a frustrated person in front of you. The second is to validate. And when you validate, you in essence are saying, gosh, that makes sense that that would be frustrating for you.
Hmm.
It makes sense that you would be feeling the way that you're feeling. Now, it may not make sense to you because you wouldn't feel that way,
Right.
but it
But you're
makes
not talking
sense.
about you, you're talking about them. And so it would make sense based upon their personality, their experiences, even their perceptions.
Yeah. And their background, their upbringing, their temperament.
Yep.
So it makes sense that that would be frustrating to them. And then we can empathize. And a key phrase for empathizing is I can only imagine. I can only imagine how hard that was.
Hmm.
I can only imagine how sad that made you. I can only imagine how frustrating that was. And you're putting yourself in their shoes. And when you put yourself in their shoes, they feel heard, they
Yeah.
feel valued. And suddenly, whatever they're going through or whatever they went through, they go, I'm not alone.
Right.
That's why it helps when you feel with people, it actually helps to fix things
Hmm.
because they realize I'm not alone.
So you don't have to rattle off a list of ways or a list of tasks or
Well, if I were you, I would have done this, or hey, you could do this. You don't even
right.
have to come up with those.
Nope.
The first thing you need to do is feel.
Yep.
What I hear you saying is, can you tell me more? That makes sense. I can only imagine.